Alright, so I wanted to do a little bit of a different video today. It's going to be a lot less unscripted. For some reason, I just had this idea for this video. I just want to say thank you guys for over 4,000 subscribers. It really means a lot to me, so I thought we'd do something a little bit different. Today we're going to be looking at my very first stand-up performance I did when I was 17 at a high school talent show in New Jersey. And I just wanted to see what I think of it now that I'm 29 and still doing comedy. So, who knows, maybe this is going to be cringe, this is going to be something weird, I don't know. Well, let's find out if I can even sit through this whole thing. So when I was a teenager in high school, I wasn't exactly a great student, but I was mostly just spending all my time learning how to draw and playing League of Legends all day, and that's really it. But I still was always really interested in comedy, so just to be clear, a lot of the stuff you're gonna see is plagiarized, alright? It's mostly taken from John Mulaney and Louis C.K. None of his bad stuff, you know. All I did was jerk off in front of the guidance counselor. Yeah, a lot of this is just straight up plagiarized Louis C.K. material that I, like, PC-ified for the high school talent show. It was this thing we called, every year they did, called Mayhem, where it was like, the premise is no one had to audition, so everyone was allowed to be in it, and they just let me do stand-up. And I remember the day of the show, it was a Saturday, I decided I was going to like rewrite my entire set because I had no faith in it whatsoever, so I'm just scrambling, trying to do a new 10 minutes, 6 hours before the show was going to go, and I just said, fuck it, I'm going to do other people's stand-up and no one's going to notice. And I don't think anyone really did, except in the YouTube comments. They've started to call me out on it, so please don't cancel me before we even get to it. Yeah, oh, and by the way, as we get started, my sister was recording it, and she was holding the camera right up to her face, so the annoying laugh you're going to hear throughout this entire set is her, so don't be...
I told you to wait outside. Okay. So
I took that from Larry the Cable Guy, of all people. There was an ad for the Blue Collar Comedy Tour, and I remember him saying that. And I just took that as my opener.
But this is a song. I told you to wait in the truck.
The girl who called that out I had a huge crush on her growing up, and so I asked her out by making a PowerPoint presentation of all the reasons she should go out with me, and it didn't work. And so then I moved to New York immediately afterwards with my mom, and I think she might think that's the reason why.
So if you turn your attention to this wonderful pamphlet here and flip to page 1, it will say MC John Jonah. That is in fact not true. This is my first time on the stage and I don't know why it says that. So, good job, team. Yeah, so alright, let's...
Yeah, so for context, so the pamphlet said MC as my role instead of just another act on it. So this whole organization was like run by a mafia of theater kids at my school, and so they because anyone was allowed to do this talent show without having to audition or anything, they gave everyone 2 minutes of time for their acts, and then in the Facebook chat, where everyone had Facebook at the time, they gave the highlight, like the schedule, and it was just the same 6 theater kids just rearranging their acts. Like one guy would be backup vocals for another, and the other one would be backup vocals for him, so they could be on stage like 5 or 6 times. So I just made this whole post where I was like, hey, you know, if this is the case, if it's just for you guys, I'll just dip out and you can have my 2 minutes. I don't want to do 2 minutes of stand-up, right? And then the girl who ran the thing, who was like Ashley Tisdale in High School Musical, let me do like 3 2-minute sets throughout the show, so that's why I keep coming back up.
Let's hear some jokes. I got back just before I got here, we got here at like 5, but I spent the rest of my day before this in New York, and I came home just spending time, whatever. And I came home on a bus. It was one of those Bolt buses, those fancy things that have like the outlets in the back of the seats. So I brought a crock pot, and I just put some meat and vegetables in the stew by the time I got home. I was pressed for time making these. I only learned how much time I actually had for this, for my performance here. yesterday, so I was kind of pressed for time, so I had to resort to using my jokes that I wrote many, many years ago. And by many years ago, I mean 2002, so I hope that they're still relevant.
That doesn't even really make sense because this is 2014 and I'm 17, so it's like if I was 2002, I would have been 6 years old. Like I'm writing material, but I don't think anybody cares. I think this is a John Mulaney bit that I just stole this from.
So I was at Blockbuster Video, returning a VHS of Spider-Man 1, and it turns out they wouldn't accept it because of late fees. That wouldn't have happened if Gore was president.
I don't even really know what that meant at the time.
Yeah, my parents are here because they couldn't find an excuse. You guys laugh, but you know it's true. It's like, no, I know you're singing. Yeah, no, my parents are
Also,
like,
I was the only person not doing musical theater acts this whole time, so I think this was kind of a breath of fresh air to people. There was, now that I think about it, there was one guy who just did the John Mulaney, Tom Jones bit as like a dramatic monologue right before this, and I didn't know who John Mulaney was at the time. Who, like, his whole act, I knew who he was, but I didn't know that bit. So I was like, man, this guy just fucking buried me with some A-tier material. So now that's why I'm like really nervous on stage here.
are you going? Yeah, when are you going? I don't know. So like, okay, then I'm not gonna go either. And I was like, thanks, Mom, you support my poetry. And, yeah, I don't understand. I don't have a lot of friends. I don't know why people don't like me. And then I also question why I don't like myself. Like, there's a lot of conflict.
This was very Tumblr self-hate posts.
Yeah, it's like my
popular
family's
at the
weird. I
time.
don't spend a lot of time with them. My family's very strange. Because what happened yesterday was my sister got her black belt in Taekwondo, and it was really peculiar because everyone was so proud of her. Like, yeah, you finally did it. You finally did it. But I was kind of conflicted because she's older than me, but I've always been bigger than her, so I could always like throw her around and stuff. But now I have to come at her with a lead pipe.
That's Anthony Jeselnik joke, and then I just say I beat my sister and I walk off stage. I forgot I did it that abruptly. I didn't even say thank you or anything. I just walked away. All right. I mean, hey, it's not the worst exit from a set that I've ever done. This is the second part.
So, if you're wondering why you're seeing me again, that is an excellent question, which I will answer thoroughly right now. So I posted this whole big long rant about why I didn't have enough time in 2 minutes, because that's the time limit for these acts, which I don't think people are following. But I posted, like, oh, I can't tell jokes, and they're like, oh, okay. And so what happened was she gave me a bunch of different acts. So remember, kids, complaining on the internet gets you what you want. I'm still kind of caught up on MC John and Joda. Like,
I don't know why I had the confidence to just start riffing on stage when I have no material already.
That's what they're trying to do. Anyway, so let's talk about my mom for a second. Normally I'm on the receiving end of these kind of jokes, but let's see. My mom is so fat. No, so my only issue with her is she doesn't have the best way of dealing with bad news. Like, I came home one day and she's like, John, great news. You don't have to walk the dog anymore. It's no longer in your chores list. I'm like, wow, why not? She's like, because I backed over him with the car.
I forget who wrote that, but it's definitely not me.
Oh, please, no. That's not okay. Anyway, so you can tell by my charming personality that I'm a transition leader at this school. And if you don't know what that means is that it's my job to tell them.
So transition leader, they made us do this thing where if you were like a senior or a junior, you had to like teach the freshmen how to not do, they made us like tell them not to do drugs and not to steal. And I don't know why I volunteered to do it. I thought I would just like troll on purpose, but then I ended up just buying weed from those kids. They were actually way cooler than me.
Freshmen that, oh, here's what you do, here's not to like die. And yeah, so it's like, it gets better, it does not. Not get better, that is a lie that the teachers tell us to tell you. I made the mistakes of making friends with one of my freshmen, and so he texts me and he goes, I'm going to this party, dude, how much should I drink? And I'm like, as much Capri Sun as your body can take.
I I think that's straight up just another Tumblr post as well.
MC Jonah.
I'm starting to like feel myself here.
What am I doing? Yeah, so, you know how they say a third wheel is the extra person on the date? Then like the fifth wheel is the person that's useless on the team? So I've managed to figure out how to be both of those. So like, is it like 3 to the 5th? Oh no, math is hard. Let's do 5 to the 3rd wheel. I think that's what it is. So what's that, like 125, I think, am I correct? Nerd. Anyway, so yeah, that's what I have for right now. I'll be coming back in Act 2 because that's I love them all. When you have the trilogy, the third part, always the best. Which is fundamentally untrue.
At this point, I'm like up there, and so the show's really running long, and I kind of don't want to go back up there, but I ended my second one just promising that I would, so I kind of come out, and I am fully just out of material of things that I plan to say, so I am gonna, this part's kind of rough. I didn't like this part at all. This is why I didn't want to do this video and look back at it.
Which is fundamentally untrue. But can I take this? Thank you. Yeah, I was thinking of sitting backstage, and I was thinking of more MC Jonah Joe jokes that I could come up with, but I think I ran that dry. So what I'm going to go with now is the Mick Jonah Joda, now available at McDonald's. If you mention my name, you'll get a discount. That's the best I can. I'm done with the prop comedy. Yeah, so let's talk about school, because I go to school, and some of you go to school, and if you don't get these jokes, just ask.
This part's brutal.
I'll explain it all. So, have you ever seen...
I'm trying to like run off personality now, and I just like don't have it.
At school, which is kind of... You're all fat if you're... So, ciabatta Day, what it is, it's a piece of fried chicken in between a piece of bread, and then you put a suggestion of lettuce over it, and you call it a sandwich. Okay, the faintest idea. And everyone's always ashamed.
I don't know why I'm trying to go for like a British accent here. I think it's because I was like watching a lot of Jimmy Carr at the time, and I thought he was cool, and now I'm trying to like do
getting one because they know it's kind of disgusting, but at the same time everyone wants one. It's the longest line. It's just everyone. People like this going, yeah, no, I'm here for a friend. It's fine. No, yeah.
So now I'm doing the Louis C.K. Cinnabon at the airport bit, but I'm trying to replace it and make it relatable with the fried chicken at the cafeteria that we had. And I'm like fully riffing this now. I'm just going off memory of what bits that I can remember off the top of my head, and I know the Louis C.K. Cinnabon one that I used to listen to on, remember Pandora? Pandora had stand-up, and I would listen to that on there, and they would only ever play like the same 6 guys, so I knew this one pretty closely, but I couldn't use any of the Louis C.K. isms on this.
Bacon, yeah, like no, can you add more, please? No, just more. Yeah, it's just like, it's kind of like that. But the worst thing is, have you ever had a salad here? Yeah, she knows. She's talking about what it is.
Oh my god, I tried to do the you know what I'm talking about, like I'm Bernie Mac.
You get a salad and you put the vegetables on it. It's like okay, and then you go to the next side of the cafeteria, and that's where everything breaks down. Because what happens is, okay, so imagine a KFC was under attack. Alright, just use your mind. So like a meteor that's made of chicken comes and strikes a KFC. And what that happens is that explodes everywhere, and you're running around like this with a tub of salad. And that's what happens. Yeah, so that's the deal with that.
And that's the deal with that.
Let's see, does anyone here play a game called League of Legends? I think some of you know where I'm going with this joke. So if you know,
I'm just doing like
big crowd plays League, I guess. So what it is, it's a real-time strategy multiplayer online battle arena. And what that means is, I don't have a girlfriend. That's what that one means. Because I spend way too much time on the internet. I really do. Like, my closest friend, I speak to him every day on Skype. I have no idea what he looks like. He's Chinese, I think. All I know is that he gives me health potions, and I cover him when we're in the dungeons. And that's all we need to know. And that's what our friendship is based on. I don't know where he lives, I don't know his real name, but we're like brothers.
So So that actually was based. There was this guy we used to play League of Legends with, me and my friends. We called him Canadian Sam, and all we knew was he was Chinese and he lived in Canada, and his name was Sam. And he would one of those guys that would like smash his keyboard and shit. And I think he was like an adult, and we were teenagers, and he would just get like really, really mad because I was dog shit at the game.
Let's see, what else do I got for you? Okay, here's one. So, you know, I have, my mother is Italian, and my father is Trinidadian. Here, look it up on a map, I know you don't know where it is. And so that's why I have this face. And so,
That's a Chelsea Peretti joke, I think, if I remember correctly.
so Trinidad is a small island country. It's like 80% black people, 20% Indians. Fiesta, 24/7. And so my dad, he's Indian, he has an accent, and he pronounces things weird. Like, for example, he'll say vegetables instead of vegetables, and comfortable instead of comfortable. Shut up, it's stressful of you. Yeah, so he'll say comfortable instead of comfortable. And the weirdest thing he says is, like, instead of, like, oh, I love you, son, it's you're a disappointment. Thank you very much.
And then, yeah, I mean, so that's that. You know, it's kind of a fun little trip down memory lane. Some of that was pretty hard to watch. I don't think I'm going to bring back any of that material, mostly because 90% of it isn't mine. So I hope I don't get canceled. And, you know, apologies to all the great artists and Louis C.K. that I stole from. At least I, you know, didn't do Michael Richards or whatever. Let me know if you guys want to see any more of this kind of thing. You know, I have a bunch of old sets, old videos from when I was like 22, just starting out. I think maybe it would be fun, depending on how this video does, to go back and look at those. So leave a like, leave a comment, tell me what was your favorite joke I plagiarized, and was I a cute little boy? Alright, I'll see you next time.